For number 1, this would be no solution since the lines are not touching, so this is C. In the second one here, these lines are crossing at one point, so that is one solution A. And this one, this is the same line twice, so every point touches, which is B, many solutions. In number 2, we need to match the graph down here with the equations. So for the first one, I need to start at positive 4 and go up 1 over 3. And I see that that point is not on this line where this started. So I need to go find a line that looks like this. And those two options are B and D. So for both of these, we go starting at 4, we go up 1, right 3. Here we go up 1, right 3. Okay, so either one of these would work. Second one, we start at negative 2, and we're going down 1, right 1. And we see we're not on that line, so it's not B. So we try this one, down 1, right 1, and we see that we're on that line. So this means that D is my solution to number 2. For number 3, I want to know what method we would use to solve. And this one has a fraction. It's already in slope-intercept form, so this is definitely the graphing method. We're going to put G for graphing. And then this equation, we're going to have to move the x over to the other side by adding it. And we know that if we add the x, that's a positive 1x minus 9. And this is 1 over 1. So, first equation up here, I'm going to plot that at negative 5. Okay, and then my slope is a negative 1/3. So I'm going to go down 1, right 3. Down 1, right 3. And I'm going to go up 1, left 3. For the second line, we had to change the slope-intercept form. No matter what equation you are given, this is going to have to somehow intercept or intersect this line, because all your choices here are a point, so it has to meet somewhere. So we're going to start at the negative 9. And when we moved the x over, it became positive 1. So that's 1 over 1. So I'm going to rise 1, run 1 to the right. And I'm just going to keep doing that. And I also can go down 1, left 1. And I see that the two lines do intersect. And that point would be 3, negative 6. So 3, negative 6 is D. Make sure your answer goes into this square right here. For part B, we have to figure out what method I'm going to use. I've already used the graphing method, so I can use either substitution or elimination. So in this case, I'm going to use elimination because my variables are already lined up, and I can easily cancel either the 2 or the 3. I can multiply that top equation to cancel something. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to go with the smaller number 2, and this is a 1. So what times 1 would make a negative 2? Not a positive 2, a negative 2. And that would be negative 2. So I take negative 2 and I multiply it to everything inside of the parentheses there, the entire equation. The second equation, I go ahead and rewrite it. And I know that I can cancel these out. And because these are different signs, I'm actually subtracting these. So negative 2 plus 3 is 1y. And for 22 minus 18, we get a positive 4. And if I divide by 1, y is still 4. Okay, so please note that that's y. Y is 4. Okay, not x. Then I take that and I plug it in to one of these equations. And I'm going to go with the top one because it's just very simple. X plus y equals 9. And I plug that y is 4 into y. And this is just a one-step equation. You just subtract 4 to both sides. And we get that x is 5. And we see x is 5 here. So 5, 4, B is my solution. For letter C, the only method that we have left is substitution method. But we also want to make sure that you understand that you use substitution method because you have a y equals or a x equals. And in this case, we have a y equals. So this one, we will do the 3 steps. The first step is the equation that has x or y by itself. Step 2, we use the other equation we haven't used. And step 3, we go back and use the equation in step 1. So this goes in for y. And I would have 3x plus, I would have this stuff here, 4x minus 6 in place of y, equals 15. These two would combine to make 7x. And then we would have to add 6 to both sides. We get 7x equals 21. Divide by 7, and x equals 3. We take that 3 and we plug it into x. So y equals 4 times 3 minus 6. And that would be 12 minus 6, which is 6. So my answer would be 3, 6, because of x and y. So 3, 6 would be A. And my solution for substitution method is A.